Thank you and good evening. Look at y'all, look at y'all. Now, I hope this is going to be good, but I don't know because they told me there's a lot of things I can't say. It's we are at the Apollo, there's BBC, there's white people in Kent watching, so they say I got to mind what I say. I'm going to try, but this is the way I talk. I talk, I'm from the South. I'm from the deep South. And sometimes the way I talk runs into the way y'all talk. I was in this bar right here in London, and I was having a chat with this lady, and she found out I was a comedian. And she goes, "Oh, you're a comedian. Tell me, what do you know about Tommy Cooper?" He dead. She says, "I must be terribly British and correct your grammar. I think he died." I said, "At first he died. Now he dead." And like when I go back home, man, I like it here in a way because, you have the ability to hold the opposite view. Like the higher universities in this country, they teach people how to think the opposite way. Even people who are not highly educated, they do it. It's called taking the piss. And y'all take the piss out of everything. You take the piss out of the Queen, you take the piss out yourselves, you take the piss out of the government, you even take the piss out your friends. I've actually seen people go, "Yep, this is my mate Barry, bit of a twat," and just... That's your friend. And when I go back to America, man, we're not good at taking the piss out of ourselves. We're a younger country. We haven't learned that skill yet. That's a very advanced thing y'all do. We ain't worked that out yet. In America, we used to feeling one emotion at a time, And we get mixed up like that. It's just, in America, too, we love catchphrases. We love slogans. We love stuff like that. And we found a way for justification to sound like empowerment. That's right. We have phrases like, "Be true to yourself," "Follow your heart," "Follow your dream." There was a movie a few years ago called Batman Begins, and it had one of them catchphrases, and Americans loved it. "To conquer fear, you must become fear." Well, how the hell you do that? And it's just a way for Batman to justify being violent. I could take that same phrase and justify whatever I want. If I gain too much weight, I can justify it by going, "To conquer fat, you must become fat." I turned 40 recently, and I don't feel bad about that. I feel pretty good about it. But I have started doing that inventory that you do when you turn 40. Just, what am I good at? What skills have I developed? What have I learned? And I can cook a little bit. I can write a decent joke, but that's about it. Man, I tell you what sent me into a uber dimension of depression was that Austrian dude last year, Fritzl, Josef Fritzl. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, but there was a dude, he held his daughter hostage for 24 years, had 7 babies with her, and kept them locked in a dungeon that he built, and kept it all a secret from his wife. Let me ask y'all a question. How many of y'all know a man who can build a dungeon? I can't do that. I got friends who build houses. They can't build dungeons. And I'm just saying, next to Fritzl, I feel incompetent. Because you always hear about men can't multitask. He pulled that off, and put the morality aside for just a second. He pulled that off for 24 straight years. I can't do that. I don't have that level of organizational skill. If I tried to do that, I know I would get busted the first day. Somebody'd be like, "Reggie, where you going with all that wood?" And I know I would panic. I would just panic. I would just give myself away completely. I was talking about Fritzl on stage one night, and this lady got really offended because sometimes in comedy shows, women see themselves as the moral arbiter of society. And this lady came up to me and she was mad. And she was going to tell me which way the cold wind blows. She was like, excuse me, why do you talk about Fritzl? Why? What Fritzl did was evil, and you are glorifying evil by making jokes about it. Why? Why do you talk about Fritzl? To conquer Fritzl. You must become Fritzl. Thank you. Thank you.